Hello, Harry Paden, back for another episode of the Paden Perspective, episode 3. Today, thought I'd do something a little different, even though it's just the third episode. Instead of a lot of dialogue about issues and facts and history, things that I like to present. Thought I'd do something a little bit more basic. Today, I'm going to demonstrate how to tie a necktie. Now, hopefully you can see this. I'm going to come a little closer. This picture here, right here, was done by my artist, Harry Paden. It's a picture, artwork of a necktie. Thank you, Harry Paden, a renowned artist. You are a man of many versatilities. Thank you, Harry Paden. So hopefully today I'm going to tie a tie for you guys, demonstrate the art of tying a tie. I was very fortunate. When I was young, I was taught how to tie a tie by some of my mentors. They knew that somewhere in my career I would need to tie a tie. Throughout high school, I wore ties, especially in the 12th grade. I wore ties almost every day. I was just a GQ kind of guy. But just because in America, a necktie is part of the fabric, part of what is worn. Wall Street, other places, some jobs, you may need to wear a necktie, job interview. So I'm going to help you at least hopefully get the basics of a necktie. Now, there are over 30 different types of tying a necktie. There's a Moranis, Eldridge, there are the bow tie, various Windsor, various ways of tying a tie. This is a simple overlapping way of tying a tie. So again, simple is better because unless you're going out and you're a GQ and you're in a fashion show, the overlapping one, no one ever questioned my tie. So I'm going to start, and the first thing you do, have your collar up, as the kids say, pop your collar, so that way you can work the necktie underneath your collar, because the tie ultimately at the end will have to go underneath your shirt collar. So you have two. You have a fat part of the tie and a thinner, narrower part of the tie. The narrow, thin part will go behind the fatter. There are some ties that are thin, but again, you'll generally notice this kind of at the end will tell you that that's the front of the tie, and you can look and you can see. So even for a narrow tie, it still will be the same premise. There is a part that goes in the front, and there's a part that goes in the back. Now, if you look on this tie, and on most ties, there is a loop. This one happens to have two loops. One is just a brand name. This one, I'll show you what reason that loop is there for after the tie is tied. So again, as I start, remember, I'm right-handed, so everything that I do is from a right-hander's perspective. So you have the tie, put it around your neck, again, ideally underneath your shirt, the collar of your shirt, the thin part, the fatter part. You take the fatter part, you loop it across the narrow part here, and use the index finger and the thumb to hold it in place. You take the fatter part, you loop it around one time, that's once. You bring it around and you loop it a second time. So again, let me do that again. First time, take it, place it against the tie, hold it with your thumb and your index finger, hold it in place. That way you can manipulate it. You take the fatter part of the tie and you're going to throw it around the tie one more time. And when you do that, the fatter part of the tie, this time you're going to push it underneath the necktie so that it comes right underneath your neck and to the very front. Again, take the tie. After you've looped it the second time, you're going to push it underneath your neck to the front. And as you're holding it, you're going to see the second part. You have your finger still holding it. Your finger is still going to be there. You take the part that you've now put under your neck and you take it and you slide it through. And again, you have to use your fingers to manipulate it. Push it through and turn it straight towards the front, straight. And you pull it. As you're pulling it, you see I'm doing certain things, I'm straightening it out. You want it to be straight. You want the two edges to be uncurled all the way up to the top. You don't want anything to be curled. You want it to be straight, because ideally you want this to be the front. So you pull it, holding it now, you can release the other part. Your finger now will be holding the narrow part. Your other fingers will now pull the top part. Pull it until you get a certain tightness. When you get that tightness, you notice here now, this part is the front. It's nice and straight, and the back part is here. It's longer. There's a purpose for it being longer, because now you have to take the tie and you have to push it up to your neck. And how you're going to push it, this will slide. So if you've tied it correctly, if you haven't tied it correctly, you'll get resistance. You know you'll have to redo the whole thing. So if you get resistance, go back, start over, because it shouldn't be resistance. Watch. I'm going to slide it up very easily. This part I'm holding. And as I slide it up, this part is going to become longer and this part is going to become shorter. And then you have to take, I didn't button my top button, button your top button, push the tie up. You don't want to push it up too much. I'm going to do this here, but you don't want to push it way up there because you choke yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. You push it up just till you feel it at the top. Doesn't have to be that tight. And if your shirt fits correctly, you'll feel it right there. You take your collar, push your collar down evenly around. You'll use the mirror. I don't have the benefit of a mirror right now. But see, the tie is now tied. And this part, again, is in the front. The narrow part is in the back. Now, remember I told you that there is this loop on the back. The manufacturers put this loop on the most ties. Any tie that is out there, most of them have this loop on the back. You take the back of the tie, the narrow part, the front of the narrow part, and you push it through there. See? You slide it through. And what that supposedly does is hold that behind the tie. Now, here's a problem for a person like me, not being of the taller persuasion. If I do that, the tie ends don't match, so it defeats the purpose because you can still see it. So if I did that, it looks ridiculous. So here's another tip, Harry Paden's tip. You can also hide this part, because this shouldn't show, it's just the back of the tie. You can hide it behind your shirt. Go to your second button of your shirt, and push that through. Just push it on through, all the way. All right, push it through. Okay, ladies, close your eyes. Close your eyes. I'm opening my shirt. You can pull it through. You can pull it through this way. Just pull it down so that it goes. And you may have to adjust it because it's going to go all the way under your belt. So you push it down. Don't forget to re-button your shirt. And see, the tie is now tied. There's nothing behind it. If you flap, if the wind blows your tie up, you don't see the little, you shouldn't see that. And again, it's great that they have that there, but I always hide mine this way again because it just is more convenient for me. You can do whichever. If your tie is tied and it's even and you want to do it that way, you can use that loop. But now the tie is tied. And again, it's a matter of, let me just take a look. Oh, a mirror. Thank you, crew. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's good. Being that I wasn't looking. The tie is now tied. Shirt. And generally, for ties, most people, you want your tie somewhere between your belt buckle and just below your navel. The navel is right here. I like my tie a little bit longer because as I close up my jacket, you don't want to see the tie. The tie should not be down here where when you close your jacket you see the tie. So as long as it's somewhere up here, you're comfortable. Now, I've seen some tie faux pas. By that I mean ties that probably should have been tied differently. If your tie is way up here, that doesn't look aesthetically great to me. It should be somewhere at a length that just makes the whole outfit fit. So again, you have a range between the tie. If you got a belt buckle that you want to show off, you can have it above your belt buckle. If the belt is just a belt, this is just a belt, ordinary belt, you can have it below. But again, it is now tied. And I hope we have rewind, so I'm not going to retie it. But it's very simple. You take the thin part of the tie on one side, the fat part of the tie on the other. You take the fat part of the tie, you loop it around once, hold it, thumb and your index finger, loop it around twice. The second part will be over your fingers. You push it under, right across your neck, slide it in, and pull it. Now remember, the important thing is keeping everything tight. So you're going to keep these fingers here to hold the thin part, and this is going to pull it. And again, remember, if everything is uniform, if you've done it correctly, it's going to slide up very easily. It's not going to take hard to slide. That's the tip that I have on tying the tie. Now, here's another part of what could help you out. These are tie clips. They're called tie clips because you use them to hold your tie in place. So you take the tie clip, there's a little mechanism under, and you just clip it onto the front of the tie and onto the lip of the shirt. And it holds the tie in place. They also have the kind that sticks in and it's a piece there. But again, this is a tie clip. And the thing about a tie clip, I guess traditionally it probably goes right in the middle. But me being the fashion plate that I am, I decide, sometimes I want it high, sometimes I want it low. So somewhere in between you have that tie clip. Now also you notice, this is a white tie clip that goes right along with my black and white outfit. And that's good, you know, everything looks well, it's color coordinated. But if you want to make a bold statement, you take and you put another. The tie clip can become part of that accessory, depending on how flamboyant you want to be. You take the tie clip, this is more of a maroon, you take it and you put it on there. Now when someone looks at it, they'll see your tie clip. So that's a statement. It's not color coordinated, but again, you may have a tie clip you want everybody to see. Fancy tie clip. Another part of a man's wardrobe that when you're in a suit and tie, cufflinks. I hope you can see it. These are cufflinks. They hold the shirt together. There are no buttons on this shirt. You can only keep the shirt together by cufflinks. They go in a little slot and they come out, and you take the other part and you push it in. Cufflinks are good. And again, statement. These are black. Goes with the outfit. Very, you know, matching. Everything matches. You know, you can't see it. My shoes are black. My pants are black, black and white. Great outfit. Everything matches. But again, if you want to get flamboyant and you want to make a statement, hopefully you can see it. These are more of a purple, look like a big rock. They're worth several $1,000s. And you believe that? They look like they're worth a lot. These, you put these on, and if they come out, person seeing, you won't be matching. They're like, whoa, look at those cufflinks. Because you guys know this. I wear bling, what we call bling in the, you know, the hoodish areas, we call it bling. My watch is blinged out. My rings are blinged out. These rings I don't have on today, so, you know, sometimes I forget. When I get through with this, I'm taking this off. I'm not going out in this outfit today. I'm just using it for you. So that demonstrates the tie, how to wear the suit, how to look good in wearing the suit, and another aspect of what I would say is a well-dressed man are belts. These are some of my belts. According to what outfit, this belt, I have a pair of pants, matches. This one, I have a pair of pants that match. This one, it actually goes with the same pair of pants. It's just a statement. Belt is a fashion. I have a purple. So again, accessorize. You can accessorize. I'm not an understated person. I'm an overstated person. I dress and I like people to see stuff. If I want you to see my belt, you'll see it. Gotta be careful though. You can't go too flamboyant, because if you go too flamboyant, then people will think that you are flamboyant. And I'm not that flamboyant. You get my point. Nothing wrong with being flamboyant, but I'm not that flamboyant. These are ties. And the other thing that I didn't point out, on the suit jacket, there's a pocket. There's a pocket right here. Most suits. A pocket handkerchief goes in there. That's why they put it there. It's not for a pen, it's not for anything else. It is for, we call it a pocket square. You see, Steve Harvey has his own line, and you notice it's on its own footing. It has you take this, it's made to fit right in your pocket, right here. And you notice about this particular one, it goes with my tie. It's no coincidence that these are exactly matching. So when you buy a tie set and it comes with a pocket square, some do, some don't. Most of my ties have pocket squares. It's to go in the upper left pocket here. And that's what it's made for. If I came out and I didn't have a pocket square there, I would freak, because I wouldn't be dressed. But again, mine is the old school style of dressing. So you put the pocket square. Most of the time, it matches the tie. I'll show you some of those that I have here. I'll demonstrate what I'm talking about. This is a bow tie. I don't wear bow ties very much, but you notice again, the pocket square matches. The pocket square matches the tie. This one wants to try to act crazy. Pocket square matches. I have pocket squares. All my ties. Because again, for me, I'm not dressed correctly. I'm not really dressed if I don't have a pocket square that matches or some kind of way coordinates with my outfit. So just wanted to show you that. And when you get really, really, really into the dressing game, this one I like, because you see this is a narrower tie. I don't have a lot of narrow ties. I don't know why that's on my tie. But you see, not only does the pocket square match, the tie matches, but the whole outfit. You almost can't see it. But that's how sometimes you dress, you know, depending upon your attitude, depending upon what you like. Harry Paden likes that. The final aspect, a tip that I give, I know in today's new age, there's this phase going around. I'm not a slave to fashion. I create my own fashion. I'm just different that way. If everybody dressing to the right, I'm dressing to the left. Again, I've always been that way. And I'm not saying you should be like me, but I'm saying here's what I'm saying. Nowadays, there's the new dress, no socks. Men, no socks. Pants way up to show that you don't have any socks. I guess that's good. I don't like it. Why? I spend a lot of time on my socks. You can't see it. I don't want to go into that because that's required me to lift up my legs. Here are some of my socks. Why wouldn't I want to take my socks and wear them? These are gray socks. This might look gray, but it's green. Depending upon my outfit. Nice beige silk socks. Full calf socks. These are socks, y'all. Come on, why would I want to go ankleless? Now you remember the belts? Yeah, see? I have this. These go with the belt, the pants, the outfit. Why would I want to? Again, just me. This is more of a maroon. Again, we call those silk socks. You know, come closer. Oh, you just feel it. Oh, it feels so good against your feet, against your legs. There's another pair, exactly like it. The lines. Again, this is just how I dress. Brown. Oh, just love how they feel. Gray. So, again, depending upon what you like. Now, if you like that your ankles are going to show and you wear with your blue suit, your green, all the different colors, you just show your ankles, that's you. I like my socks. I like my belts. I like my cufflinks. Like I said, I'm a bit flamboyant. Well, not too flamboyant. But I thought I'd show you guys that. And I wanted to just give you an aspect of dressing from an OG. An OG meaning that I'm from the old school of dressing, you know, and I'm not looking to change. They can change the fashion, but Paden is going to kind of dress this way. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for, tuning in. You didn't have to. I hope that you will continue. I hope that I didn't bore you. Hopefully you learned something, not only about how I see fashion, because I love fashion. I love to dress. I do. And why I dress the way I am, and my opinion on the no sock look and stuff. Hey, you guys like it, that's good. I don't dislike it. It's just not for me. I'm getting ready to get out of here. We will see you next time. To God be the glory. Thank you. I'm out.